Hello.
We are just coming back from a shopping trip and we thought we'd all check in. So,
A very special episode of PWine on tour.
woo! So, last weekend
Was Silverstone.
it was, and we had Lewis breaking records. So, Lewis broke the record for the most wins at a single circuit.
Did.
And I feel like it's a very special race to win that at. I think for Lewis, the best places for him to win that at is Silverstone or Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
But he won. He overtook Schumacher. It's only up from here, I think, for him. I think this one win, it'll boost him to get to win more this season, or at least try his best this season. Bit of a morale boost he needs.
Yeah.
But
So it'd been like 900 days since he last won.
945 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's absolutely incredible, that. But yeah, we had George DNFing
From pole position.
from pole, bless him. But his car would have blown up if he continued.
Yeah, it was a water issue, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
he couldn't cool down correctly. So it was the right call from a Mercedes point of view.
It was.
Obviously he was devastated, like, you know, I'm not George's biggest fan, but even I felt quite sorry for him when we were watching together in box.
Yeah, it was quite. It was quite sad to watch that. Lando in his tyre hole. It didn't help that McLaren absolutely messed up the pit stop though.
Yeah.
did it?
Like, that was a pit stop that was 2 seconds far too long on a time where we needed them to set the fastest pit stop
Yeah.
again.
And it was 4.1 seconds long, and he literally missed out on Lewis by half a second.
Yeah. But then I don't think the pit stop would have really helped. It might have, but
Not on them tyres though. I think if it was a mediums, Lewis might have overtook him. But then he would have got it back.
But then I'm thinking Lewis would have had to have defended rather than Lando defend.
Yeah. And how much would that have happened?
I think it would have been the same result for Hamilton then
Yeah.
as it was for Norris, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still, you know, okay, it wasn't the Lando win we wanted, but it was a British driver win nonetheless.
It was. It was, and it was a very, very good place to be. It was with all of our friends watching this.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it was a good day a good weekend for British drivers in general, because Ollie got announced in the Haas seat.
He did, yeah.
Which I think it's just bringing that new life, isn't it, into Formula One. But where does that leave K-Mag?
Well, as far as we know, he's taken over Hülkenberg's seat in Haas.
Yeah. As far as we know at the minute, but there's loads of rumours, isn't there, that it could be Ocon. But then, is Ocon the right person to do that with Ollie?
I don't know. My head says no.
My head and heart says no.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was just thinking that. I was like, my heart also says no.
But you never know. You might get in. Ocon might get the Haas seat and be completely different as to who he is now.
It was definitely the announcement to make at the Silverstone weekend,
was.
though, wasn't it? And it was definitely a British race for the British drivers.
It really was. It was such a good.
Because like qualifying was like 1, 2, 3 at Silverstone, which has never happened.
No, it's not.
There before. Like, it's happened before, like Jackie Stewart's day, but it's never happened at Silverstone.
No, it's a good thing to be British. It's Silverstone.
Yeah. So then obviously we started 1, 2, 3 British drivers, and then
It was 1, 3 DNF.
yeah,
Sadly.
unfortunately Verstappen did catch Lando at the end on his hard tyres, which I was quite surprised at. Didn't think there was enough laps left for the hards to warm up.
No, I didn't. I said to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
The wrong call. There's not enough. There's not enough laps. But I think because of the track conditions, it probably was. I think it was wet, then it was dry. It was wet, then it was dry. It was wet, and then you had the hards to dry the track up.
Yeah. But then if Lando had gone for the mediums, I think that would have been it for Verstappen. I think he'd have.
Yeah, he would have came third.
Yeah.
And Lando would have got second.
Maybe even first.
Oh, yeah, or even first. But the poor guy's just so hard on himself.
I know. And I suppose comments like, why didn't you use the mediums at the end is like, it's just driving that knife a little bit deeper.
Yeah, especially from Hamilton.
Yeah, and I totally get that. But it's experience for him, isn't it? Like, you know,
Yeah.
Hamilton's been there himself.
You all make mistakes, don't you?
Yeah, it's human error at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, white line fever, as I said in box. You make mistakes, you learn from them, you get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a funny feeling that Lando's gonna
Come back with revenge.
yeah, but he's also gonna beat himself up about it quite like badly.
Yeah, he is.
But one massive positive he needs to be taken from the Silverstone race was the absolute skill of the overtaking that him and Piastri did.
Yeah, that was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, like that was heart in your mouth, grabbing onto the table, grabbing onto your friend, which we did.
Yeah, which we did.
Just
You can
grabbing
see.
onto each other.
Which you can see in various videos posted on our Instagram.
Yeah.
That we literally spent the whole race like this, holding on to each other. We can't do it.
When Lucy said that she'd captured all the stages of grief that I'd gone through, I think she was right.
She really did.
Yeah.
We tried to recreate steps that happened on the day of Lando's first win.
Yeah, we recreated the moments, didn't we? As a little bit of a superstition for Lando to win.
And we can tell you that didn't win, so it's not them superstition.
No.
It's
So. Oh, well, tried and tested now.
tried and tested. But
Well,
yeah.
I'm on a Hindu next race, so
Well, next race we'll watch together.
okay.
What's on after Monza?
It's not Azerbaijan, is it? It is Azerbaijan. The race is Azerbaijan, but I don't think we're watching that together, are we? I thought it was Singapore we were watching together.
Oh, well, after it's Singapore. Oh, no, you can't. You'll be driving home.
Oh no!
For Singapore, we're all going to be in London. Stay this Monday.
I'm gonna be driving everyone home. Stupid Emily.
And then we'll go on a 3-week break after that. 4-week break after that. It'll be October. It'll be next season. Anyway, back to Silverstone. Ferrari.
I think they were pitting Leclerc for fun.
Yeah, I think it when it was 5 laps in one set of tyres, I thought, why is he pitting again?
I know, it was crazy, wasn't it?
But different strategies in that car that's clearly not working for them since the upgrades. Hopefully next weekend in Hungary it's a bit better.
I don't know, does it traditionally rain in Hungary though? No, Spa I'm thinking of.
Spa it always rains.
But that's for
2 weekends too.
yeah. That's for pre-Hungary race.
But yeah, it was a strange one for Ferrari and hopefully they will pick up.
So Sainz didn't do quite badly really.
No,
I'm
he didn't, not
just
at all.
not entirely sure where the strategy for Charles came from.
I don't know where it comes from for a lot of the races recently.
Because ever since, and we had this conversation on Sunday, it's like ever since Monaco, it's like it was building up, and then they let him have Monaco, and then it's just been diabolical since.
Yeah. It's been on this downward trajectory that's not necessarily needed. And Sainz is just plateaued, he's just flat. Charles just went like that. And as he's went like that, Carlos has just went like that.
Yeah.
There's no upward at all. But they have said they've identified the issues in the car.
Yeah, but now they're saying that these upgrades may not be ready until after summer break.
Yeah.
So they can't really afford that.
No, they really need to pull something out for this weekend and or Spa. Because really the Ferrari should be good at Spa. Should be able to work Spa quite well, but whether these upgrades or lack of upgrades.
I was going to say lack of. So these Ferrari cars now are running on the same standard of car that everyone was before they'd had, like...
When they were in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even a Red Bull is...
Technically better.
Yeah.
Yep.
But speaking of Red Bull, obviously...
We're not drinking
Verstappen's... we're not drinking it. We don't fund the opposition. Verstappen's finish was second.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is by no means a bad result at all.
Not at all.
But
However,
it's more his teammate than actual him.
17th.
Yeah. His race results have been... Since Monaco, his race results have been less than Red Bull standard.
A lot less than Red Bull standard. And it's ever since he signed that 2-year contract.
Yeah, and that's how you sort of celebrate your 2-year contract is a bit worrying, if you ask me. But yeah, finishing outside the points consistently is not great.
It's finished outside the points, and then it's finishing outside the points in 17th.
Yeah.
Like, not really what a Red Bull driver with his experience should be. Yeah, so that begs the question, is he going to stay in that seat?
So, I know we've had discussions around Perez and his seat a lot. And we sort of like deduced that obviously Red Bull's going for consistency, stability, and they're like, but at what point do we jeopardise performance?
But it's like, it's consistency, and it's like the rewarding bad consistency at the minute. And it really should be like, you're not performing.
Yeah. Like it's nice to have consistency and stability in a team, especially a time like now in Red Bull's life as a racing team. Obviously with Adrian Newey definitely going.
Yeah. Who else is going?
With the allegations around Christian Horner, obviously the rumours of Verstappen looking elsewhere. 100% wanting, like, and obviously, like, you know, there's obviously Zach and Toto saying that the amount of people that are applying for jobs with them that have Red Bull on their CVs is like astronomically high. So I get that, like, you know, that company wants stability and consistency. So by signing Perez on for a 1+1 was that sort of
that
thing.
would give you that sort of stability, wouldn't it?
But then, at what point do you then say, well, you're outputting zero performance, but it's fine because we've got you. You know, it's some like normalcy in this team.
Yeah.
You can't jeopardise that for that at the end of the day, because McLaren are third in the constructors and they are 84 points behind Red Bull, and both their drivers are, with minus Austria, both their drivers are coming out in the points each and every week.
Yeah. And consistently high in the points every week.
Yeah. It's not like, you know,
it's not coming like 10th, they're coming like, I think 6th is the lowest they've been.
A McLaren car has finished on the podium every single race since Australia.
Yeah. And it's not like they're consistently in the points, but they're consistently like above 6th.
Yeah.
Both drivers every week.
Yep.
So it just gets to that point of when are they going to pull the trigger? Because we've had this conversation before where we've discussed it, and it's this amount of points that they pulled Albon out of the seat.
Yep.
And it's this many races that pulled Gasly out of the seat.
Of poor results.
Poor results. So at what point are they going to do that for Perez? Because you can't treat one way and one like someone else the other.
So obviously there's been that tweet from Red Bull Racing Daily saying that apparently they are Marco's locked in. Marco has said that they're looking at Perez's contract. So
it needs to be.
Definitely. I think Verstappen was on 355 at round 12 last year.
314 he was.
Oh right, sorry.
314, he's on 255 now.
255. So it's almost 100 points behind where he was last year. And if you remember, he could have won Red Bull the constructors last year by a single point by himself.
Yeah.
But obviously Perez was putting in the points this time last year. Because what was Perez on this time last year?
189. And he's on 118 now. It's not great.
70 points behind.
But then if you look at it this way, Norris was 69 points this time last year. It's 171 now.
And that's with just one race win.
Yeah. And if the likes of Leclerc was 99 points last year and was 150, is 150 now. Sainz was 92 and is 146 now.
So even with Ferrari's poor output, like Piastri wasn't even in the top 10 last year. No. This time last year, and he is now. Is he 6th this now?
Yes. No, 5th.
5th, even better.
Yeah. But then you look at it, if you look at all the other driver standards, Alonso's 104 points away from where he was last year. So he was 149 points last year. He's 45 now.
But the Mercedes doing even better as well, aren't they?
No.
Oh.
They're both worse.
Even though they've both won races?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Hamilton was 148 last year. He's 110 now. And George was 99 last year and he's 111 now.
So there's not much of an improvement from George Russell at all.
No.
And if anything, Hamilton's been a bit worse this year.
Yep. So this time last year in the Drivers' Championship, Ocon was in the top 10.
And he's not now.
He's at P18 now.
But Alpine's had a mare.
Alpine was having a mare last year though.
Yeah. Wow. So I knew McLaren were doing better this year. We all knew that.
Yeah. But in perspective, they're doing miles better.
Like, as in, this could be the first. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but like, this could be the first constructors they have.
Norris is 102 points ahead of himself than last year. 102 points.
And it's not like Verstappen's not been in the points either.
No, he has been consistently in the points.
There's only been 2 races where he's not been on the podium. Australia and Austria.
Yeah.
Australia he DNF'd, and then Austria he came 5th, so he still scored points.
But it's just ridiculous.
So
But it's just the challenge between McLaren now, from McLaren. This is really showing now.
So even if Verstappen went on to win Hungary and Belgium, so 25 points each, so that's 50 points.
He still wouldn't be where he was last year.
No. In round 12, and that'd be round 14 by then.
Yeah. It's a worrying one if I was a Red Bull fan. If I was part of Red Bull, it would be worrying.
Yeah, like I think they're still sitting a little bit comfortably, but they're starting to like shift towards the end of their seats.
Yeah. We're gonna have a title race on our hands. Maybe not necessarily for drivers between 3 constructors, but for constructors championship it will be 3 constructors fighting for that trophy.
I think but Perez needs to start finishing consistently,
Yeah.
and Leclerc needs to start finishing consistently as well, because at the moment the way you're standing certainly with constructors, come the end, come Abu Dhabi, it'll be McLaren's.
Yeah.
Dare I say, if Lando wins any more races, there are still 12 races to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if in those 12 races the points are still output the same, then yeah, it is going to be a Verstappen championship.
But if he DNFs a couple of them,
Which he did last year. He did a few DNFs last year. Did he do a few DNFs last year?
what if you think in Singapore he finished 12th?
6th.
Or 6th? It's all just dependent on Verstappen really, where he's. But it's going to be exciting.
Definitely exciting. Still going back to what I said to you before Bahrain, I don't think Verstappen's gonna win a 4th Drivers' Championship this year.
No, not without a fight.
I'm holding strong to that.
No, I am. We both put a bet on, if you remember.
We did indeed. By the 8th of December, I could be £245 richer.
I think mine was 160. Because I did it a day earlier than you.
Yeah. The pay should just be that day later, you know.
I know.
So we're actually halfway through the season.
Yeah, we are. Summer break's never halfway through. It's always been that bit later.
Yeah. But like, I feel a bit upset that we've already had a half season, because it just feels like the half season is just gone.
Yeah. And if you think about them 350
I feel like we've got such a friendship group now as well to keep us busy over winter break.
Over winter and summer break.
Yeah.
Should be alright.
Well, to be fair, with summer break, like I've made sure I'm like either working or I'm away.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think I've only got like 1 weekend. I'm not doing anything in summer break, so.
It's these weeks off in the middle that I hate, though.
Yeah, it makes it feel like it's so like this week feels like it's been the longest week ever.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, there's a race. It's not like there's not FP on Friday. There's no.
So there is FP this Friday, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know. Like this weekend, I know we filled it with the void of going to Cheshire Oaks for like
F1 merch.
F1 merch. But to be fair, lunch was very nice as well.
Lunch was very nice. I do still feel a bit spaced after watching it, after eating it.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm not too bad now because I've had the monster.
You know, like my eyes are going and everything. Never mind.
Oh well.
It's coming home tonight. But yeah.
The drawbacks of being a Welsh person living in England, eh?
It's coming home. Like, I know this is an F1 podcast, but imagine what the country would be like if it did actually come home.
If it did actually come home,
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's never come home in our lifetime.
Very true.
I'm more of a rugby girl than a football. So.
We will see tonight.
Yeah, we will. Oh, that's a nice Porsche.
Oh, that is nice.
Just can't spot it as we're driving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Silverstone was mega. To be fair, it was mega. Like, it wasn't the result I wanted,
But we're happy with it.
but I'm still happy. Like, I'm so happy. Like, you know, like I remember Lewis Hamilton winning his. Hell, I remember when Lewis Hamilton starting Formula One. So I am that old. But I remember.
It's been in it that long.
I've just been that long. Even longer, really. So I remember the creation of Red Bull. Yeah, I get I was only 11, but still.
Still the creation of it. Like, this was my first Hamilton win.
I had Formula One 2001 on the PlayStation.
Did you?
Yeah. I had the Formula One game where I could race as Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari.
My uncle was always into it. So, like, if I was around there on a Sunday, where most Sundays, like, it would be on. But I genuinely just thought it was cars going round in circles. Like, I was that girl. It's just cars going round in circles, so I don't get the high.
That's IndyCar.
That was IndyCar. About that. We'll touch base on that in a minute. But yeah, it was my first Hamilton win.
Yes, it was.
And to watch everybody in box be that excited.
And that pleased. You know, genuinely pleased. Like, you know, it didn't matter who you supported at that point.
It
The
was
majority.
it was a Hamilton win. It was a British win, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, the majority of the fans there to watch Formula One were happy with Hamilton's win.
Yeah, and I think they would be with any British driver's win.
Yeah, hell, do you know if George Russell won? Okay, I wouldn't have been like, you know, ecstatic, but I still would have been happy for
yeah.
him. Like, you know, like, as much as I'm not Max Verstappen's biggest fan, like, you know, if he wins at Zandvoort, I'm happy for him because it's his home race.
Yeah. It was just an atmosphere that you didn't necessarily quite expect, but it was brilliant to have.
Definitely.
But IndyCar last night, it was a double race this weekend in IndyCar.
Yeah.
Race yesterday, race today. And Marcus Armstrong, formerly of Formula 2, took 3 of the barriers with him. He kissed the sign and it all came off 3 barriers.
like the radios in IndyCar legit sound very similar to the radio of the moon landing in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's a very similar quality.
It's very like crackly.
Yeah.
You can't understand what they're saying. There's been plenty of times I've like had to rewind to be like, what was just said there?
What? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I was like, I don't get it.
I'm starting to get into it more now. But
It helps when it's on when there's not an F1 race. It gives you cars to watch.
yeah. Oh, definitely it gives you cars to watch.
Gives you rooms to watch.
And I suppose it helps that we got like our McLaren boys in IndyCar
As well, yeah. That have had a change up 6 times this season, but hopefully they're in the final one now. You've got a lot of like old F2 drivers that didn't quite make it to F1 in there. You've even got an old F1 driver there.
Yeah.
You've got Grosjean there. But yeah, it's a bit of a shorter season for IndyCar as well. Because their season stops about Singapore time.
Yeah, I got very excited because obviously when we go to Florida in August, I was like, oh, are there any races on in Florida? And I'm there, and they're not. They're
They
miles
told us
away.
earlier on.
I know, I was a bit upset about that.
When I was in Florida, I did contemplate flying to Indianapolis.
I'm not flying.
I just thought I could fly to Indianapolis for the day, see the Indy 500 and drive and fly home. I even looked at it and it was about £300.
That's $6.
I thought, do I just do it? I thought,
I think
really can't.
I'm quite lucky for that because obviously ESPN is going to show F1. Because obviously
Yeah.
with me being away for Zambo.
So what else? Is anything else new in the world of Formula 1 or feature races? Featuring sport races? I don't think so.
There's a lot of Porsches on the road today.
That's charming. Let's go. On the back of that was.
No, I think it's quite a productive day in Cheshire Oaks.
We've had a very productive day in Cheshire Oaks.
We've sort of taken our mind off the fact that there'd be no race this afternoon,
Yeah, but we have got Wimbledon final as well.
which is on right now.
It is. Alcaraz and Djokovic.
Djokovic. Yeah.
As much as I'd love Djokovic to win one final time,
I do like,
I really want Alcaraz to win.
yeah, something different at the end of the day, isn't it, as well? I think like Djokovic is like the Max Verstappen of tennis.
Yeah.
It's like, give it to somebody else.
No, but Alcaraz won last year. So we'll just see this afternoon.
Yeah, like I do enjoy Wimbledon, you know.
The only time I watch tennis, really.
Yeah, I don't watch any
I
other
watch it
tennis.
if it's on and nothing else is on.
No.
Like if it's like the Roland Garros, whatever, so the French Open.
No.
If there's nothing on, like when the football's not on,
No, I won't
when
watch.
Formula 1's not on, I'll watch it.
I won't really watch tennis at all. The only tennis I'll watch is Wimbledon. But it's a very British thing to do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, get some pins. But I did discover a new drink last night.
Right? Oh yes.
Chilies in your rosé. Game changer.
I feel like it's a good drink to try for PWine.
Yeah, you should try it. You need a rosé though, not a white.
I like it. Rosé's my wine.
Like, you do like me rosé.
A me rosé.
Like a dry rosé.
Yeah,
It makes it sweeter.
Right. Have a look.
So I'll give it a try. Give it a try, everybody that's listening.
Emily's wine recommendations.
It's not, forget Clem's wine corner, forget Clem at Novelak. On Screaming Meals. Em's wine corner. Well, we've had a productive day.
Very
You've got
much so.
some McLaren drops.
You've got your Ferrari
Got my
hat.
Ferrari car.
shame that one didn't come in black.
Yeah, if that came in black, I probably would have bought both.
Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered because they were only £14 each.
Yeah, so I would have bought both because it would have been cheaper than one.
I can't believe I got the 2 McLaren tops for the price of one.
No, I can't.
Mind, those are really expensive, right?
Yeah.
And my Senna t-shirt was nowhere near that amount of money.
No, it is really expensive, like the actual, like, dry fit
Yeah.
type tops. But yeah, productive day all round.
Yes.
And we will see you all
In the week
during the week.
for Hungary.
Hungry.
Pre-race Hungary.
Yes.
At the earlier time this week because somebody is going away again.